So you want to know what will date this video? The moon is a part of Mars, apparently.
The moon is part of Mars. Okay, Jesus. Okay, surreal software. Alright.
Speaking of dated,
we are playing Drakan the Ancient Skates. You might be wondering why I'm not playing the first Drakan first, and that's because you need to know witchcraft to get it to work on Windows 10. And I do not know enough witchcraft to do that, so we're not doing that.
Yeah, my witchcraft manual only goes up to page 250 and then cuts out.
Yep.
Yeah, it cuts out on XP for some reason.
I couldn't even get the fucker to work on XP, okay? That's how old that son of a bitch is. So, Drakan the Ancient Skates was a PS2 launch title, so it's going to look like a PS2 launch title, but I think it plays pretty well, so... And it's,
I have nostalgic memories for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the Trogs.
Oh, we'll get to the Trogs.
And then apparently, her leather armor was apparently too risque for my young baby K mind, so I had the game taken back to Hollywood Video.
From times long past. Of an
Yeah,
age
because
when
it's...
Oblivion, oh?
when the world was united by an alliance between
Maybe?
dragon and
Look at
man.
it!
These
I think
are
that's
the
a
legends
D,
of the
actually,
Order of
in
the
this
Flame,
whatever the fuck
when noble
alphabet.
warriors fought on the
It
world.
might be an Oblivion,
And great
oh?
wonders were worked upon
I mean,
the world.
this came before Oblivion,
Though
so...
the Order held strong for
Not
centuries,
before
it was destroyed at last from within.
So,
Brought
yeah.
low by
Before
the
Oblivion,
traitors
but-
of the Dark Union.
But it might not
War
have come
engulfed
before,
the world,
no,
and
it came after
civilization
Daggerfall.
crumbled. By the time the madness had
Probably.
ended,
I mean,
all
the
had
first
been
game
laid
also
to
did this,
waste.
but...
Hell, the whole
The
writing
dragons
was
of the
fucking
Order,
Daedric.
wounded in spirit, withdrew into timeless slumber to await a
I'd be
time when
surprised
the
if they-
virtues of the
if
Order
they-
were honored once more.
Or hell, with
For
recent
mankind,
controversies,
The
Bethesda might have
fallen
ripped off
age had
this.
begun.
Who knows what Bethesda does.
Centuries wore on.
But anyway,
Bethesda's content with
Evil
ripping
grew
off
ever
D&D
stronger
wholesale.
until the vile banner of the Dark Union was
Anyway,
raised once more.
the thing is, that
It was
this
then that
this
the
little
warrior
storybook
Rin
is telling
discovered the
you,
resting place of the dragon
like, the basic
Arok.
background of the
Through the
first
forgotten
game,
ritual of the bond,
giving
their
you...
souls were joined as one.
Because you probably
and
missed
the first faint
game.
spark of the Order was rekindled
it
at last.
Didn't really
Together they
work
took to the
that well on
skies like a rising
PCs
storm,
at the time that it
driving
came out,
back
unless
the
you had a
forces
really
of the
good
Dark
one.
Union,
And then
ending
after
their
that, you
dreams
just
of
couldn't get the
conquest.
fucker working.
Victory was
Which is
theirs,
unfortunate, because it
but
was a
it had
very
come
good
at
game.
a terrible cost. Rin's village had been destroyed, and her
Also,
younger
you
brother,
lost,
the
technically,
last
at the
that
end of the
remained
first
her
game.
family,
You
had
saved
been
the
lost.
world, but your
Saddened
brother
and
and
weary,
everybody else
they
that you were
returned to
trying to
Rin's
save
village
fucking
to
dies.
search for any who might have survived.
That's right.
Little did they know, their struggles had only just
So now you
begun.
are absolutely alone except for this dragon. Also, for some reason, she just threw all of the good shit that she had at the end of the last game into a fucking volcano or some crap. Because she doesn't have it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You had a armory in your pocket, and it's gone. And here's Arok, confirming that,
I could find no one.
yeah, everybody
We're
dead.
alone here. Even the war talks have moved on.
Some of the villagers could still be in hiding.
No, Rin. They're gone. The war talks did their work all too well. You are the only one left.
And we aren't gonna see war talks that he's
Then
talking about for a
over,
while
isn't it?
in this game,
They're really gone.
but
Everyone
that's
I know.
good because at this point I
It's
cannot
time we
take
left
on
this
a war
place.
talk.
Nothing but ghosts remain here now.
But where then? There must be other villages, but
I know the place. I've been hearing.
I don't
things, Rin.
like that the dragon says
Like
I've been
words
hearing
not heard
things.
in over 600 years.
That's not a
The
good
grand
sign.
summons of the
ever.
Order.
the Order?
I must answer it, Rin. If others have returned to the old ways, then we must find them.
I agree, but I can't leave. Not yet. There are still dead to be buried. These were my friends, Arok.
I understand, but I cannot wait. The call must be answered.
Yeah,
A It comes from the north.
My dragon friend, the only thing that I have left, is going to fuck off and let me bury the rest of my village alone.
Give me 2 days.
What a fantastic friend.
I will be waiting.
He's kind of a dickbag. I mean, I know this is important. This is important.
You'd also expect her to sound a little bit more distressed that all her friends are dead.
Well, this was also, like, the beginning of the PlayStation 2 when it wasn't, you know, voice acting wasn't a top priority. I think she does pretty good, though.
You there! You're the warrior of the order.
Also, you're gonna notice that,
That's right. Arok is here.
if you've seen any of my characters that I ever draw, you're gonna notice that she is probably the progenitor of some of my piss wizards.
Win. Tell me something.
Bright red hair,
Those towers down there.
snarky
really
female
Sedona?
character
I mean,
with
it's
bright
still
green
standing?
eyes.
It sounds about right.
It's about right.
This was the
probably
only place
where
to
all of that
survive the Dark
came
Wars,
from.
so far as we know. Beautiful, isn't it? Listen, it's important that you go straight to the palace. as
Also,
soon as
the
you can.
first bit of the
Lady
game
Michelle
didn't do a
has
very
urgent
good job of
words.
explaining,
For
but
your ears alone.
at this point in
I need
time,
to speak to Arok
humanity
before I
is
do
kind of
anything.
screwed.
Is he in the city somewhere?
Like, the Dark
No, but he'll
Wars
be along
destroyed
soon.
everything
You
that
can
they
wait
had
at the
ever
palace if
built,
you like.
so that
One
the
more
city
thing.
still being,
Watch
you
yourself
know,
until you reach
intact
the
and
gate.
standing,
We're hunting
is
for
a
a group of
surprise.
bandits who've been working this road. They're a cowardly bunch, but a lone woman might look like a tempting target.
If that's the case,
Because otherwise
you're in
the
for a
humanity
painful
is just
lesson.
kind of huddling
I
in
don't doubt
hidden
that.
villages all over
Take
the
care
place,
just the
trying to
same.
survive, you know, Gruul and Wartox just, like, killing them for shits, basically.
In villages? I didn't know this took place in the same universe as Naruto.
No. So, this is the inventory screen right here. And this is where the spells go. It's doing a very good job of explaining what's going on. And you level up in this game, but it's not really... It's kind of a basic level up system. You get a point to spend for melee, archery, or magic. And I'm not going to do very much archery because I'm terrible at it in this game. So it's going to be a mix of melee and magic for me.
Those would be Strafe and Shank and Magic.
Yeah, this is the magic thing that happens. You can equip your spells from that inventory screen, or you could draw the symbols in the air with your magic hand and summon them that way. But we're not going to get magic for a while. I showed the screen there to show you that she had 0 gold at the beginning, but now she does have gold. I'm gonna point something out in a second. And the game is very helpfully giving me a little bit of a tutorial, but it's not, you know, it's not like games now where they kind of hold your hand until the end of the game. It's telling you what to do right now, and if you don't fucking get it, then too bad, you're gonna fucking die.
Or were the controls really, really bad in this? They're like,
It takes a little bit to get used to. They're kind of fiddly.
that's what I meant.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
We're doing an LP part.
Okay, where's the thing?
So she's doing her attacks here. I'm doing some of the more advanced crap that's not actually going to happen in the game.
General room.
Yeah, it's fine. She does flips and crap, but we're not actually going to see any of that in the game because it's hard to fucking control.
Yeah, that's a PlayStation game.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation 2 game, and you notice when I'm moving here, I'm not controlling the camera with the second stick, it just follows you. And it takes a bit to get used to.
I hate that so much.
And here are our first enemies. These are Gruul. So,
Road belong to Ola.
That's a neat design.
Now you
Yeah, I really do like the enemies in this game. They
Is that so?
just kind of did whatever they wanted.
You pay now.
I don't have any
Didn't really
gold,
follow any
so I guess that means you get nothing.
fantasy tropes, I guess. It was kind of like, I like this, how this works. Let's use a frog face.
We take your hide.
Also, she was lying. She had gold at this point because I picked up that shit from the chest back there.
Well, she meant I don't have any gold to spare.
Also, yeah, this is how you fight things. Use circle strafe.
Circle strafing is fun.
Okay, that's a potion of life right there. That is the higher tier healing item that you get in this. There's also just healing potions. The potion of life will heal you all the way, no matter how hurt you are. Also, you're going to notice me poking boxes like that. In the first game, if you didn't use the dagger that you got at the beginning that was indestructible, poking objects like that would break your weapons. It doesn't do it in this game. Also, hello, Black Ring Dragon.
Third.
That is a bad dragon, if I recall.
Those are nasty dragons, yeah. They're called feral dragons. They're just kind of like nasty.
Ah, so not the kind of bad dragon that Newt has under her bed. Got it.
Correct.
Get out of here.
Correct. That is correct, Kay. Nobody wants to fuck a Black Ring Dragon. Well, maybe I shouldn't say nobody because I'm sure somebody would.
Someone does. Dragon's gonna drag.
Okay, that was the most terribly set up trap I've ever seen, so this guy dies for it. And those are 2 health elixirs. Those are the other healing item that don't heal as much as the potion of life.
Also, I find it weird that this character is named Ren when that's it. When I was helping my buddy
Hi
Ren
there. Like to try a
protect
little
Squirtle
archery?
last night.
There's an extra bow just over there.
Well, that's Ren, and this is Rin. It's R-Y-N-N. You know, fantasy spellings.
There's a difference. This Rin is real, okay?
Oh, god damn.
That's a fair call.
I first heard of the name Rin when I was really, really little watching Pirates of Dark Water, and I thought it was a pretty name. And then I watched Pirates of Dark Water again as an adult, and I realized this guy's name was Ren all along.
Okay, what I was showing you right there is how you hot slot weapons. You push the X button on the inventory screen and it gives you a little blue triangle in the corner. And when you hit the equip button, you can cycle through whatever you have hot slotted and just use it that way instead of going into your inventory all the time.
Have you come to see the dragon? They say it's
So
one
this
of the
guy
elder
is going
breed,
to give us a
real
little
dragon
bit of an
the order.
explanation
They say he can talk.
between
He
the
talks
difference
all
between
right.
the dragons
Is
of
he
the
still in the
Order
city?
and the
He flew off
feral
this morning,
dragons
but they
like
say
the
he's
one we
expected
just
back
saw.
soon. I can't wait to see him again. I've seen my share of feral dragons.
And we're not going to
but
let
this
him
one's
talk to our
nothing like
dragon
them. He's
because he'll give him a
magnificent.
bigger head than he already has. Also, this happened.
Purple screen.
I don't know what the fuck happened. I've never gotten this before. The game just kind of did this, went purple and froze. So, I had to restart from the beginning.
Oh boy.
We're gonna ignore that happened. That did not happen.
Lady Mashala's waiting for you in the palace. You'll need to take the lift.
None of that happened. Oh, we run into town and immediately there's a problem.
Spy! Someone call the watch!
He's moving along at the speed of Mosey.
It's exactly. It's like that wasn't a concerned run. Oh, yep. Here are our main antagonists for the game. These are the Desert Lords, and they have
Oh my
nipple
God,
rings.
those nipple rings.
Yeah, what?
Nipple rings!
Why?
I love the way he swims through the air.
Put the nipple rings. They should be really cool with their 3 heads that kind of spin around and don't connect to their body, but nipple rings.
Really, really big ones.
Like, those look like they hurt nipple rings.
What was that thing?
They call themselves the Desert Lords, a race of sorcerers
Also, here's
from
Jade.
the demon world, Sassoon. Already they have
We're gonna be talking to Jade a lot.
in the Desert of Tears. Unless you and Arok can aid us, I fear they shall soon do the same here.
You know who I am?
I was one of those.
Oh, she's the
before
one
you
that
were,
did the
I am
thing
the
that talked to Arok in
Jade.
his
I
head.
see. So that's why you called us?
So-
to help you fight these things?
I noticed
don't
this
look
game
like much.
has hair
Trust
physics, which is
They
totally
are
not a
far
thing in
more
any game
dangerous
ever
than they
anymore.
appear. Their
Yeah, they
magic
tried.
is beyond anything I have ever seen.
In one of
And
the
you think Arok and I can defeat
other
them?
takes that I
I'm
have, the
flattered.
physics didn't
Well, I
work
think you
very well.
overestimate our strength.
And during the scene, her
There are
hair was
slowly
clipping
2 of
through
us.
her neck.
It is not just your strength.
Yeah.
you
I'm
have
kind of
to
glad that I
defeat
didn't go
much
with that one
larger
because I would
things.
just giggled.
But it would be better not to discuss such matters in a public street. Speak
yeah,
with Lady Mashala in the
It's
palace.
kind of a well
She
put
will
together
tell you
game.
more.
It just has
When
some
the
of the
time
things
comes for
in
you to
the
learn more of your
controlling
enemies,
that aren't so
come
good.
see me in my tower. I will tell
That's
you
just
what I can.
PlayStation 2 games in
And
general.
perhaps
Yeah.
I can pass along a charm or two.
It's an unfortunate reality of PlayStation 2 games, especially since this one was a launch title, like I said. It's gonna control funky.
There's one I would love to play for you guys, but like I don't know how I would set up my PlayStation to my computer.
You could do what
Unless
I do.
get- Yeah.
Also, we're talking to this kid. I'm
Is
gonna
it
talk to
hard?
him a
Sword
lot
fighting and stuff.
because he
I'll
has
bet
a
it
bunch of
is.
dialogue, and I want a
Wow.
specific voice clip.
Aren't you afraid you'll
But he
fall
is
off the
refusing
dragon
to
when
say
you're
it.
flying? I'd be scared. Wow. So, what you doing?
Whoa.
So,
Ooh.
what you doing? Woo. Can I go with you on your next adventure? I wouldn't get in the way. I promise. Don't you get cold flying around
This
without
one,
any clothes
that
on?
one's pretty good, but there's another
what
better
you doing?
one, and he just won't fucking say it.
You must have all sorts of adventures,
It's like, kiddo,
Yeah?
just fucking say it.
Wow.
The goddamn line.
Don't you get cold flying around without any clothes on? Gosh. I'll bet
Yeah, he
your
shits a
dragon
lot,
eats
too.
A lot, huh?
That's the kind of the consequence.
Gosh. I'll bet your dragon eats a lot, huh? Wow. Aren't you afraid you'll
Kid.
fall off your dragon when he's flying?
This
I'd be
line,
scared.
say it.
Wow. Is it hard? Sword fighting and stuff? I'll bet it is.
You have to end every
Wow.
sentence with that.
Yeah,
Is it hard?
it's either woo
Sword
or
fighting
wow.
and stuff? I'll bet it is. Wow.
Woo.
Aren't you afraid you'll fall
Oh,
off your
kid.
dragon when he's flying? I'd be scared.
Pissing me off,
Wow.
kid.
Is it hard? Sword fighting and stuff? I'll bet it is.
I swear to God,
Wow.
he has more.
Aren't you afraid you'll
He's
fall
just
off
not
your
saying
dragon
it.
when he's flying?
It's like,
I'd
you
be
little
scared.
bastard.
Wow.
It's randomized.
Gosh.
Oh no.
I'll bet your dragon eats a lot, huh?
He keeps calling your dragon fat.
There
My
it
mum
is.
says you just wear those clothes to show off. My dad said something too, but I couldn't hear it. And then my mum hit him.
Wow.
Love
Can
it!
I go with you on your next adventure?
I love
I
that.
wouldn't get in the way. I promise.
And then my mum hit him. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, so now we're going to go see one of my favorite NPCs ever. Just wait till you see this dude.
What is his hair?
Something like
He's
that.
an alchemist.
There's something you might be
You don't have to explain shit.
If you've got the stomach for it. In my work, I need certain ingredients, yes. If you were to come by some in your travels,
Somewhat. I'm not collecting any corpse dust or coffin mold, if that's what you're getting at.
Corpse dust, corpses. No, no.
I'm worried that he has enough corpse dust.
What I need are eggs. Blackwing eggs.
I don't know if I like that.
Aha. Ah, I could
Yeah,
see
he's got
why
a chicken
those might
back
be
there
a bit tricky
in
to get.
cages.
I suppose it's always possible.
Yes, good, good. If you do
Now
find
this
it,
is a
bring them to me.
recurring
I'll take
quest that
anyone
you can
find
do
50
once you
gold
find
apiece.
black wings. Sometimes they'll have a nest with eggs in them. You can just pick up the eggs and he'll buy them for 50 apiece. He sells the healing potions and the mana potions that restore your magic. 2 chickens and a tiny grow. Okay.
This is a baby in a cage. What
Yep.
the hell, man?
I'm leaving. I don't want to know what the hell's going on here. Goodbye. I'm not gonna question that. I'm gonna talk to this kid one more time.
Gosh. I'll bet your dragon eats a lot, huh? Wow. Gosh. I'll bet your dragon eats a lot, huh?
I think he has one more line, but he's just refusing, so it's like, ah, fuck you, kid. Also, here's Breck the Blacksmith, which is the best dude ever.
Ah, welcome to the armory, little lady. What fine implement of destruction can I get for you today? Rip out a heart for me, won't you?
I like this guy.
I love this guy. He sees you come in, and he's like, yeah! Somebody to sell weapons to just kick some ass. He's just really happy to sell people weapons.
He's like a male human version of Cleo. From Fallout 4.
Sort of.
Everything in this store is primed and ready to kill at your discretion. Except for me. I only kill when I please.
Okay, here's the bar where most of the people that live in the town just stay all the time.
Do you need some company, my lady? My name is Vicruta.
This guy has a really cool name.
Would you care to sit
It's the
with me
last
a
name
while
of
by
one
the
of the
riverbanks?
developers of this game.
Perhaps I will compose a ballad in your honor. Ah, back to tease poor Vicruta again. Your lips say no, but your eyes...
Yeah, this guy's a bard.
Oh, your eyes.
You can tell.
Of course.
You're that dragon rider, aren't you? Would it be possible
And
to
here I'm
hire
getting
you?
a side quest that I can't do
There's something
for
evil
quite a
under the
while.
city, down in the old
Not
cellar.
because I can't get
Calls
here,
itself the Inquisitor.
it's
Crowds
because
sleeps in the
I
night and
I
carries them
can't
back down
handle
to
it
its dungeons.
right now.
The guards can't seem to do nothing about it. So a few of us scrape some money together. You've got
I need some
3,000
levels
gold for
before
you,
I can
if
go
you
down
kill the
into this
damn
hole.
That's a lot of gold. What else can you tell me about this thing?
We know it's not alone down there. It's got warthogs and the like to do its dirty work. We've seen them, but that's about all we know. Only one person.
So
ever
he's gonna say
escaped from
something
down
about
there,
where this place
and she was
is
half crazed
that
from torture at the
just
time
makes
it
me
found.
think everybody
She
in this
kept on
town
going
is
on about a
absolutely fucking
waterfall,
brain
but
dead.
that's about the only clue we've got.
A waterfall. That's the clue that they have, alright? I'm gonna point something out later.
You might not think it, but General Derriman was quite a scoundrel in his younger days. There's more than a few ladies who've made his acquaintance.
That's so. That's nice.
This city is safe enough, but we don't dare go outside the walls without an escort. Warthogs, trubs, feral dragons. The lands around are crawling with monsters.
We're gonna get to that guy at the end of the bar in a
Have
second.
you heard? They say something's been
He's like the
murdering
kid,
brothers
he
of the
has
word up at the
different
monastery.
dialogue.
I hear tell they've had to seal off the catacombs.
Here's another side quest that I'm getting that I can't do until later, but that's because I need the dragon to fly up there. And here we go. This guy.
Don't talk to me. I'm drinking. And you can't have any.
You can't have any.
Don't talk to me. I'm drinking. And you can't have any.
I didn't want any until he said that.
Go
Now it's reverse
away.
psychology and I want it
don't
more.
need anybody telling me what to do. Not General Daramon, not Mishla,
come on, guys.
not nobody. I do what I want.
This NPC has more
To
personality
all
than every
my
NPC in Fallout 4.
Why don't you make yourself useful and bring me
Or Fallout
some
76 or
liquor?
whatever.
Get lost.
This
When I'm
this
looking
line
for a woman,
makes me want to kill
I'll
him.
let you know.
Mhm.
Party! Woohoo!
I'm pretty sure those are all of his lines, but he might have more. I just don't care. Alright, so we're finally gonna do an actual side quest that I can do. This guy pissing himself outside of his
Help
house.
me, please!
What's wrong?
Spiders! Huge ones! Somehow they've gotten
There's
into my
giant
house.
spiders in his house.
Please, you look like a warrior. Will
Giant
you
rodents
kill
or
them for
giant
me?
bugs? It's
I can
always
pay
the
you.
first fucking side quest you ever get.
Yep. And you want to take this one too, because you'll see in a second when I actually get down into the cellar, there's something that you can do in this house that will allow you access to something later in the game. Like, and I mean like at the very fucking end.
It's locked.
I'm just gonna steal all this crap because he's inconveniencing me.
As it turns out, he has a Dark Lord's porn collection in his basement.
Also, his cellar is ridiculously huge. And those are the
Look at the
spiders.
size of these things.
They're like a mix between scorpion and spider.
If these are spiders, what do the scorpions look like?
They don't have it.
Wait, is this another game that makes giant solifuges and calls them spiders?
No, they're just kind of weird spider-like things. I don't know what to call them. They're like half reptile, half spider.
It looks like it's something that E.G. Surabaya was actually designed a spider without ever seeing what a spider is. This is what he would come up with.
Kind of, yeah. They have 10 legs and they're a very interesting design. Kind of glad they just didn't go with giant spiders and call it a day. They put some effort into the, you know, the enemy design.
Yeah, their tails are interesting. Weird scaled bit, I guess.
Yeah, they have little barbs on them, and that's like a design thing for things that have tails in this game. These games, they have little barbs. Oops. So, where is it? Also, Rin, like, psychically knows how many spiders can be in a cellar of this size at any given time. So as soon as she kills the last one, she's going to tell you that there's no more.
That seems to be the last of them.
So you see this shitty looking wall over here? Break it. There's a switch back here. You won't see what that switch does and the rest of the switches that you press after you hit it until the very end of this entire game.
Wow.
It's a little strange. Now see this door over here is open now. And there's another switch. If you never go into this house and switch these switches, you'll never know what the secret is at the end.
Just a random dude has just random switches in his house. He doesn't know what they do?
Yep. I don't know.
Are you sure they're dead?
Yeah, I cyclically know that there's no more spiders in your
bless
cellar,
you.
so
Here, take this.
there
as
can't
my
be anymore.
gratitude.
Alright, let's finally do what I'm in town to actually do. Go up this fucking elevator. There's just like magical elevators or something, because I don't know how this goddamn thing would work otherwise. So it's a really cool looking castle.
Welcome. Welcome. I am Zola Dane, Royal Seer and Advisor to
Meet
Lady
the owner of the
Mashala.
pointiest chin in the entire
It is
game.
an honor to meet you.
Thank
If I
you.
was a bet
That's
man,
very
I'd
kind.
assume he's gonna
I
turn
was
evil
told
one
Lady
day.
Mashala was expecting me.
Of course.
That is not a low
She
bar.
waits you in the grand hall.
I mean, he has the smarmy voice, the pointed advisor chin, the Jafar school of outfit design.
I will not confirm or deny.
Not even the good Jafar, like the shitty remake
Welcome to
Jafar.
Sedana, my dear.
I never dreamed.
Wow,
such a place
just
still
insult Zola
Let us
Dane,
pray
Jesus.
It can remain standing. We are strong within these walls, but our enemies
Also, that
surround us
cheetah
on all
is
sides.
that cheetah.
We'll be glad to help you however we can.
Padme
but I'm still not
dress.
sure what you want us to do.
What the fuck designed that? George Lucas going to the gala?
I don't know.
Not dreamed of in
I don't know who
centuries.
designed her
Follow me.
headpiece, but they need to be fired.
Tell me.
I mean, I like Lady Mashala, but she needs a better, like,
Fragments of the ancient
outfit.
ancestral
She looks like the
old
cheetah
mankind.
from Super Friends.
And of them all, none was greater than the dragon mother, Malashe. After
Like,
the
her
Dark
shoulder
War,
spikes
it was she
prevent
who
her
led
from making
followers
any
into
friends
the
because
sleep
nobody
of
can hug her.
ages. It's said that if she can be awakened, so too will the last dragons of the Order.
Like,
But those
she's
are
a
just
cool
legends.
character, I
Legends
like her,
are true.
but,
Malashe can be awakened with this. It's called
Those look
the
like
Mother's
kitty
Eye.
pajamas.
It's a gateway connecting.
yeah, we just
two
woke her up from a
lands.
nap.
But this one hides a greater power. The eye can reach beyond the world to call upon Malashe herself. Do you see? We can call the dragons back to our world. The eye connects
Yeah,
the
so
four other gates.
The thing with the
But
Dragons of
why
the
do you
Order
not?
is that
To
when
awaken the dragon
the Order
mother,
fell
all
because it
four
was
must
fucked
be
up from the
restored,
inside,
but we cannot
they're just like,
break
eh, fuck it, we're going to sleep.
Only a
Fuck off and
dragon
die.
of the elder breed can unlock the gates.
You mean Arok?
The dragon!
And when
It's
dragons go to
returned.
sleep, they turn into statues in caves, and then you can't wake them up unless you have like a special shit crystal. And that's how we got Arok. We found his crystal, woke him
Did
up,
you
and then we
find the
bonded
site,
together.
Arok?
I did, but the trees were too dense. I couldn't get close. I'm afraid I'll need you to journey into the swamps for me, Rin.
That's a fine greeting. If you want me to go slogging around in the muck, at least tell me what for.
Sassy.
My apologies.
You want me to go in the swamp?
The
Fuck
gates
you.
of the eye were sealed by magic. The spell to unlock them was bound in a rune of power and hidden away. In the swamps, there is a memorial known as the Tree of Mourning. The
Like, I
rune
think
lies
this
in the
game
chamber
gets the
beneath
Dragon
the
Rider
roots.
trope pretty good.
Alright then.
Because
Which way?
neither
You'll
of
find
them
the Shadow Mire through the west
is
wall,
a
but I warn
higher
you,
tier
the swamps
partner
can be deadly.
than the
Sounds like
other.
I'll need some
They're
better
both
weapons.
partners. If one fucks
The
up, the
Armor
other
of
one
Breck
dies.
has a shop down in the square.
Mhm.
Here, this should get you started.
And like,
Come, Rin. I'll
They
take
both have equal say in what's going on in both of their lives. They like have to talk over things like, you know, normal people would. The human just can't force the dragon to do what they want.
The tunnel to the Shadow Mire is just over there. Good luck. Make speed, and I'll see you when you return.
See you, bitch!
I just, the slowly inching up of the takeoff.
Here I go! Alright, so we're ignoring Brex for now. We're going across this bridge, which is where we go to the Shadowmire, but we're also ignoring that right now. There's some more side quests over here. And it's a good idea to go do all of these side quests before you go into the Shadowmire because it gives you a level with all of the enemies that you encounter. So, just good practice to come over here. So we're gonna go talk to this nice old lady over here, and she, never mind.
You just go on about your way.
She's a bitch.
We don't need any dragon-taming witches round these parts. We're decent folk.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna go in your house.
And
Can't
rob
stop
the
me.
blind?
I'm gonna take all of her shit, yeah.
Anyone who says they're decent folk is probably has a body in the basement.
Mine. All of your retirement fund, that's mine now. Bye. What are you gonna fucking do about it, bitch? Nothing. Okay, so... There we go. There might be some enemies around this corner. That's not what I want, Ren. Why are you on that? There you go. There they are. Hello. I don't like the club weapons, but it's better than my dagger at this point. The clubs are too slow for me. They aren't my favorite thing. Luckily in this game, all of the fairly good weapons are low melee skill to use. Blech. So we come around this corner.
Walking around to behind the guy and just swatting him on the back.
I'm spanking him, yes. There's just this little chicken farm tucked up back up here in the corner.
Oh hey, Raven's Fantasy.
Also, if this is
Please,
Raven,
miss,
then
can you
Newt's
help
gone
me?
missing.
It's
Oh,
my
no.
wife. She's gone missing.
So this is our next side quest.
I
We
told
have to
the
go
watch,
find
but they
Newt.
wouldn't listen.
Well, that does happen
They
sometimes.
said she must have run off with another man, but I know her.
Calling
She
you
wouldn't
out,
do
Newt.
that. Please. I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do anymore about you guys calling me
Where
out.
did you
can't.
see her last?
I have no defense.
She was going to pick mushrooms, but she should have been back hours ago. I know she didn't run off like they said.
Yeah, and the watch won't
I'm
help
afraid
him
something
because they're just
horrible has
assuming
happened.
that she
Don't
took
worry.
off to
I'll
go
find her.
boink somebody else. So that should be your first indication that the guards are butt-fuck useless.
Ah, so like Skyrim guards.
Yes, basically.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
You know, there's a reason that I have a collection of every guard outfit in my Skyrim save. It's just what I do in Skyrim. I just collect their armor.
I love that post. The worst thing about Skyrim is that you can't just tell people that you like them. You can't just give your wife a hug. And before any of you tells me, oh, just play Harvest Moon or anything like that, I need you to understand that I also love hunting the guards for sport.
So, yeah, here we go. That's a scavenger, and they're fucking nasty.
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
It's not even just because they're horrifying, it's because they fucking hit like a truck at this point in time. See, look at that.
The life bar is just a vial of blood.
Yep.
I like how all the monsters so far in this game have big ass heads.
Yeah.
And they all have underbites, too.
Didn't make them look ugly. You
Yeah,
know?
so that's where Scotland got that physical surgery.
Yep.
Oh look, you can swim.
You can swim! Also, I'm going to point out something. In the, actual official guide book for this game, the guy says that the only reason to come down here is for that health potion. But he's a lying fuck. Because if you come over here to these 2 mushrooms, you see that little glow?
Yeah. Oh.
There is a magical sword back there behind the 2 goddamn mushrooms. I don't use it right now. But when you hit things with this, they freeze solid, and then you can shatter them.
That is
So
a
the
refreshing.
guidebook is a fucking troll.
Mm-hmm.
That is a refreshingly gaudy sword.
I love the swords in this game. They're so fucking...
I like gaudy swords.
They
Fuck
are-
historical Tumblr.
They are fantasy as fuck, and I love them.
Yes.
Also, you'll notice that it said AP next to that weapon. That means armor piercing.
She must have come.
So all of that 8 damage will go through any armor that the enemy happens to have. So technically, it would be better than my 11 damage club right here, because it will stop the damage reduction if...
Oh, I hate the way they move.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not nice. I don't like scavengers at all. Like, the best way to deal with these is one-on-one if you can, because you can use the stab move to poke them in the eye and they reel back. And you can just keep poking them.
Yeah, spank that ass. Spank.
Aesthetically speaking, I get the impression that these are like the vultures of the Pacific Rim antiverse.
They could be. They are called scavengers, and they'll
Is
just...
that the wife?
That's Potion of Life, yes.
I said, is that the wife?
No.
No, he did not marry a potion. That'd be weird.
I meant the skeleton.
The skeleton that was holding the potion. No, that is not the wife. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't call the wife Newt and then have her be dead.
Yeah, it's mean, okay?
I mean, this Gatha.
That is fair.
Not that mean. Gatha likes me.
Damn, dude. Call me right the fuck out. There.
Last time I roasted Ack and Newt at once, so I have to spread it out a bit.
Was I there for that?
So that's a
I
level
think
up.
you were.
That's how level ups work. If you level up and you're like almost dead, it will heal you to full. And
I can't exactly remember quite what it was since I'm running on some fumes, but
I don't think it was last night you were dead with.
it might have been the other night. Yeah, it was the other night.
so when you level up, you get 1 skill point to spend. I don't remember if I spent it on magic in the because I had to re-record this entire first thing because the video was just absolutely garbage. So I just threw it in something. I think I used magic the first run through, but we'll find out. I guess.
Remember Medieval?
Yes! It's getting a remake this year.
God. It was the first console game I ever played. Well, watching my dad's roommate play.
It was one of my first console games too, but I got the Crash 1, 2, and 3, and the original Spyro as my first games for PS1.
Not too bad. Also here, I'm actually dealing with the scavenger in the correct way. You poke them in the face until they die.
Quit bullying them.
They've been bullying me through this entire cave, no.
Okay, now how do we mod the mace to be a giant rolled up newspaper?
Just imagine it in your head. So there's 2 of them.
Of the mind.
There's 2 of them up here, and it whoop, bye.
Is there fall damage?
No, there's no fall damage. Just kind of floated gently to the ground.
That's gonna be Kroka's weapon. The giant billboard she ripped off of the ground and rolled up.
Just boops things on the snoot. No, bad. But she boops too hard. Is this one gonna flutter down to the ground like a goddamn leaf too? Or are you gonna stay up here? Oh, here he comes. I like how they reel back and hold their face so dramatically.
Yeah, the over-dramatic death, too. Jesus Christ.
It's like, oh, I've been slain. Ugh. Okay, so we went through that entire cave full of little fucking things, and there she's just standing there, totally fine. What the fuck, Newt?
Oh my! You don't know how glad I am to see you.
Is she an elf?
Is that right over there?
Please
Like,
show me
there's
the way out of
right
here.
there?
Yes, right there. I couldn't.
Oh, come on.
I couldn't come through this way because there's a boulder blocking it, but now there's no problem because she just fucking breaks it with her mind. So, what the hell?
Ah, daylight. Thank
I
you
like that
so
she shoves
much.
it gently and
I
it
can
just
find a way from
shatters.
If you'll come
Well, I
by
mean, this
our
is
cottage
too, and
later,
it would be
I'd
lazy
like to
enough
find some way
for
to
that to
repay
happen.
you.
She just didn't want to move it herself. She just didn't want to move it herself, so she's waiting for somebody to come help her.
She wasn't actually taken. She just wanted to get out of the house, do something with someone.
So wait, was that cave just basically Newt's gecko cave that we just slaughtered?
Oh my god, no.
No.
No, those are not.
Maybe.
Those are not geckos. Those cannot be nice little geckos. If they were
Do
nice
not
little
joke about
geckos.
her pets that way.
That's so mean, kid.
Okay, so as soon as she starts her walking animation, you can go over here and finish the mission.
Thank you so much for finding her. Please, accept this from both of us.
And when he
It's not
says it's
nearly
all we
enough,
have, he means
but I'm
it. There's
afraid
nothing
it's all we
else in
have.
his house. Absolutely nothing.
Is that like the crotchety old bag you robbed earlier?
Exactly. So now I gotta level up. I've got a brand new sword that will be very helpful in the Shadowmire. And we're gonna go...
Shadowmire, is that where all the frogs are?
That's where all the trogs are, yes. And that's in the next video. Which, if
Blimey,
anybody wants to do it, I will have to edit it first.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough.
Editing's so fun.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, now I'm going to take a little detour that I don't have to take. I'm going to go over to Jade's and see about magic. And in the main game, I kind of fucked up and forgot to actually get any magic before I went into the Shadowmire. So I just made it harder on myself, basically. Because I fundamentally misunderstood some things about the magic that I'm going to show you. Also, you notice that we have a air meter over there in the corner?
Yeah.
This is an old school game. If that meter goes all the way down, you don't start to choke and your health goes down, you know, slowly. You just die.
Yeah.
You can be 1 inch from the surface, and if that goes all the way down, dead. You drown and you die, and it's a pain in the fucking ass. You don't get any chances.
You're dead, you're dead.
Old school games, don't you love them?
I mean, I beat this the first time I ever played it when it first came out in 2002. So I've been playing it for quite a long time. I know what I'm doing. Mostly.
I was 9 years old.
way to make me feel old, Kay. Because I was 18. It's when I graduated high school, you son of a bitch.
I graduated high school in 2011.
You wish to learn more of the desert
So
lords?
Jade's gonna dump
Very
some
well.
exposition on us.
First, you must know that they are invaders in our world. They come from Sassoon, one of the so-called demon worlds, a brutal place of storm and endless sands. I believe this group
So the
stands on
Desert
guard
Lords
and
that
fled
came here
with
and
their
are
leader,
fucking shit up
the
are like,
overlord, Jasad Duquesne.
the
He is
bitches
a
that got
tyrant
chased
without
out of their
regard
house.
for human life. To him, we are less than
So that should,
animals. A farmer has
So
more
we're fighting
concern
the
for his
demon
donkey
equivalent
than
of
Jasad
hobos.
does
Yes.
for us. When my
Basically,
village sought
yes.
to resist his rule,
We're
he
fighting
sent a
demon
beast
hobos.
out of a nightmare to destroy us. It was called the Pain Golem.
Also, the pain
built
golem, built from misery itself. That's kind of
Nothing
like,
escaped the gaze of its burning eyes.
nasty.
Those nipple rings must be huge.
But the Desert Lord soon
Luckily, it
so
doesn't
it's
have
made
it.
of-
Now, we
so
must
it's made
make
of
our
nothing
stand.
but James
If
Nguyen
this
movies.
city falls, so too do the last hopes for humanity. There is no one else with the strength to resist
I was
them.
gonna say more is made nothing of the critical reception of Godzilla King of the Monsters, but
Oh. Oh. Ouch. See, okay.
that is joyless.
So it gives you the spell level and then the skill needed. I misread that,
Farewell, Rin.
and I thought I needed to be
I
magic
hope
level
for the sake
6
of
to
us
get
all
the certain
that your
spells that I
mission is a
wanted,
successful one.
because I'm stupid. So I didn't bother to buy anything the first run through, and the fear spell, like, is very helpful through the entire game almost. And I should have gotten it before I went to the Shadowmire because it would have made it very easy. But I didn't, because I'm stupid. All I did was go in there with my sword and my attitude. And yes, I do have to go all this way down because, fall damage. Also,
doesn't exist.
Also, you see that waterfall? It is the only waterfall within close proximity of the city at all, and the town guards cannot figure out where the Inquisitor is. Yeah. They're useless.
Oh my god.
It's right fucking there.
Beautiful.
Town guards are stupid. Get over there before I die. There we go. Okay, now I'm going back to Brex with all of the gold and shit that I picked up in the little side area over here. And now I can afford some armor. I couldn't afford it before. So you would have gone to the Shadowmire without armor and made it, like, tougher on yourself.
Yeah, this was a great idea.
Also, he's going to give us a nice little side quest in the Shadowmire. But before that... Oh, this door is open now. This wasn't open before. Oh, it's another switch. That's the last switch until the end of the game.
Really?
Yep.
Say, you wouldn't be the one everyone's talking about.
You can
would
switch
you?
all 3 switches at the beginning of the
Drakan
game and not
Knights.
know why the fuck you're doing it.
I hear word you're headed into the Shadowmire.
I might be. Why do you ask?
The Drog Chief Toadfist has an enchanted helmet I want. I have a standing offer of 2,000 gold to
He sounds way
anyone
too excited
who can
about
bring
it.
it to me.
2,000? I'll certainly keep that in mind.
He sure does like helmets.
So there we go. Our first armor. I'm gonna sell the steel club and the other club.
Always
Because,
a pleasure doing business. Always a
I don't
pleasure
need
doing
them.
business.
Really.
Always a pleasure.
And a backup sword. You'll notice that the steel scimitar does 1 more damage, and
Always a
it's
pleasure.
very fast instead of just
Take
fast.
care, little one.
I prefer it to the short sword.
He called you little one. How cute.
Also, I just really fucking like how the scimitars look in this game.
Yeah, they're really cool.
So, we got some new leather armor. It's a little bit better than what we had. And now we're going into the Shadowmire. I'm gonna show off a little bit. Also, I forgot to do this in the beginning of the recording, so I'm showing you, yeah, you only get 4 save slots. Because, what this game does is it saves absolutely everything in the game world. You can drop a potion, or a weapon, or armor, or whatever, wherever you want, and if you come back to that in 2 hours or whatever, it'll still be there.
Jesus.
So that's why you only get 4 save slots, because it takes up a lot of room.
4 slave slots.
4 slave slots! Yes, I know what I said.
It's also a PlayStation game that was very limited.
You sure
Yeah.
you want to go through there? The Trogs
So
cut a patrol to
that,
pieces just
that it could
last
even
week,
handle doing that,
and that was 7
it was a,
men.
I know
you
what
know,
I'm doing.
it had to be
Just
pretty
let me
well
through.
put together.
Whatever you say, miss.
Also, this guy thinks we're gonna die. So, once I walk through this door, we'll be in the Shadowmire. But that's gonna be saved for next time.
Ooh.
I'm making her hair wiggle.